Bestie babes, I'm adopting guinea pigs today, and you're coming with me. No excuses. Hey friends, you might have noticed the length of this video and thought to yourself, well, that's shorter than usual. And yes, 'tis true, but I've got to keep it snappy because I'm on the run. From what, you may be wondering? Well, I happen to have kept possibly the greatest secret of all times over the last few weeks. I've been posting as infrequently as usual, but there's one enormous change that has occurred in my life, which, as of the day that I'm editing this video, only a select few are aware of. Not even my classmates. Hence why I fear the rabid beasts known as my peers will be feverishly messaging me for explanations, and I only hope they do not resort to violence. But by far, the greatest crime that I have committed is not deceiving some of my IRL besties. No, that's nothing compared to the 200 of you subscribers whom I've been keeping out of the loop. Allow me to present to you this video to admit what I've been hiding for the last 2 months. My dudes, I adopted guinea pigs, and nobody knew about it. Until now, of course.
Chapter 1, The Beginning.
It was a sunny 21st of May when I found myself preparing vegetables, a carrier, and jumping in the car alongside Father Zoom. I had had guinea pigs up until October of last year, when my gorgeous girl Star unfortunately crossed the rainbow bridge at 5.5 years young. Although her memory remains omnipresent in both my head and my heart, I knew I was ready to provide a loving home to some pigs in need once more. However, there was one hurdle in the way of this. Our nearest rescue was an eternity away, and I was not going to support buying animals from pet shops. So how was I going to get my hands on some pigs? The answer comes in the form of rehoming websites.
Chapter 2, Finding the Pigs.
Before you yell at me, I am aware that said sites aren't always the most credible places either. But anyways, I was checking one of said websites around once a week to see if any girls popped up in our area. There were some from people who were obvious breeders, but I wasn't looking for a pedigree pig, nor was I willing to support the breeding business. Yes, I know I have a lot of terms and conditions. 1 week prior to the 21st, however, a miracle struck the earth, and I was greeted by an ad from a girl who'd had an accidental litter and was looking to rehome 2 female pups. We'll call her S. I immediately messaged S, and we made a date for me to meet the pigs. This takes us back to the 21st.
Chapter 3, A Date with Fate.
When we arrived at S's house, we found out just how much of a passion for guinea pigs she had. They had almost 20, all very well looked after, but as S was their main caregiver and was soon to be leaving to study zoology at uni, she couldn't just leave her passion project to be dealt with by her parents. As cute as it may be, it's a lot of cleaning to do. I did say I'd keep this short, and I've droned on for far too long, so I'll skip to the good bit now.
Chapter 4.
Let me introduce to you all Smartie and Raisin. It did take me almost a week to name them because I am so indecisive, but they've settled into their new titles and even have some adorable nicknames I'll share with you later on, so I'm pretty positive I made a good choice. Please confirm I made a good choice. Thank you. I have to leave the pigs to settle in for 24 hours, but this is going to be their welcome home treat. It is comically sized. It is basically the size of both of them put together. For reference, this is a UK size 6.5 foot. I don't know why I'm showing you this, but yeah, it's a big dandelion.
Chapter 5, How Things Are Going.
I knew I had to have them from the moment I held their furry little potato bodies in my arms. And here they are, vibing on the grass mere weeks after their arrival home. How was that, you might be wondering? Well, initially they were frightened, as is expected, and they're still very tentative and wary.
Smartie.
Each day seemed to come with progress in their confidence, however, which seemed to grow at almost the same pace as they themselves. I'm quite sure they've doubled in size, and no, I'm not okay with the fact that my babies are growing up. Now they've begun coming out to get food even whilst we're still there, and they happily eat grass or a slice of bell pepper whilst being held, alongside lettuce and cucumber. That seems to be their favourite. They have expensive taste, these two. They've been spoiled with their living arrangements, as their hutch is longer in length than I am tall, but as guinea pig royalty, they only deserve the best. Naturally, they have an equally as massive run which they go out in regularly during good weather.
Oh my god! They jump! They have legs. Look at that.
It's definitely helped these half-sisters come out of their shells a lot faster, and I've already started noticing their different characters. While Smartie is certainly more dominant as she is 8 years old. On the grass, Raisin usually takes charge of the piggy trains and runs wild with popcorns and zoomies.
Oh my gosh, she just did the biggest popcorn.
Both terms you'll recognise if you're a piggy parent. Raisin is a sassy little one and gets called Sultana when her behaviour isn't up to par. Smartie has the back legs of a stallion and can jump cleanly over a 25cm hurdle. I got it on camera. We first discovered her circus talents on a chilly evening towards the end of May. Let me explain. We'd sewn them fleece tunnels to keep them cosy during the nights, but decided we'd place them on top of their houses where they'd be out of reach during the daytime in an effort to encourage them to explore some more. You cannot even imagine the shock we had when Smartie was nowhere to be found when we went to give them their dinner. I had a miniature heart attack. The only explanation was that she'd evaporated into thin air. And whilst I appreciate the supernatural abilities of animals, this was not the time nor the place to play games. Mother Goose, who was with me at the time, suggested, jokingly, that she might be in the tunnel on the roof of the house. Bear in mind, this house was almost 30cm in height, but I checked it anyways, and there she was!
Smartie, what are you doing?
Somehow she jumped or climbed in, and she did it several more times over the coming days. That's how we found out Smartie was a ninja pig. Oh, and there was also the time that we thought she was pregnant, but it turns out she just had a humongous growth spurt, and that's also why we call her Mammoth sometimes. Mammoth pig.
Chapter 6. The conclusion.
To round up this video, let me explain what's going to happen from this point forward. My channel won't become a guinea pig worshipping show, but they will be occasionally featured because why would I not want to document the lives of my furry little ninja pigs? I'll definitely be posting loads of their adventures over on my Instagram, @CatTheCucumber. So make sure you check that out because besties, you're missing out if you're not following me on the gram. That was so cringy, I hate that I just did that. Anyways, that'll be alongside my usual chaotic content, and there'll also likely be models for several future articles that I'll write for the Guinea Pig magazine, which, if you didn't know I do that, now you do. This video needs to end. Keep doing what makes you smile, stay classy, stay squeaky, and stay cool. Ciao, besties. Till we meet again. I just fell off my chair.